Welcome to our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Today we're headed to the Old Depot Museum in Ottawa, Kansas. The Old Depot Museum chronicles the history of Ottawa, Kansas and Franklin County from the Native American times to the railroad epochs to the present day. Within this museum, we'll also see rail replicas, a lot of photographs and exhibits and artifacts, as well as explore a one-room schoolhouse, soda fountain, Victorian parlor, and vintage farmhouse kitchen. The first exhibit that we look at talks about the Native American history in Kansas and this region of Franklin County. The land we now call Kansas has been home to many American Indians, including the Arapaho, Comanche, Kansa, Osage, Ottawa, Pawnee, and Wichita. This area has also been inhabited by many immigrant tribes throughout the eons. As early as 1803, President Thomas Jefferson proposed a plan that offered eastern tribes land west of the Mississippi River. The offer was extended to volunteers but did not prove successful. In 1825 and 1830, however, Congress passed specific acts that forced the removal of Native American peoples. Many of those settled in what is now present-day Kansas. In 1829, the Delawares were the first Indians to sign a treaty giving them land in what was to become Kansas. After 1830, nearly 30 tribes were given land in the area. Many people may not realize, but in the early history of Kansas agriculture, silk farming was a major product. In 1869, a Frenchman called Ernest Boissier came to Kansas and planted a tract of about 4,000 acres of mulberry trees to start silk production. He did get some silk, but eventually the eggs died, the cocoons dried up, and the climate just really wasn't quite good enough to continue with a production of silk farming. We're now heading into a very cool model railroad that has been set up here at the Old Depot Museum. This HO scale model train that has both steam and diesel trains shows what the railroad in Franklin County looked like back in the 1950s, and it includes structures that once existed around Franklin County. As we head upstairs, we'll take a look at some recreated rooms and some of the industries in this area of Franklin County. As you can imagine, this area of Ottawa, Kansas, and Franklin County is home to a large agricultural industry. But there's been a number of other industries in Ottawa as well, some that were in the past and some that continue today, including milling, stores, and certain types of manufacturing. This recreated soda fountain is a display that's based on the Bennett Creamery, which was once a commercial shop in downtown Ottawa, Kansas. The next few rooms that we'll see give us an idea of what a Victorian era home looked like during the late 1800s. As we can see here, we can see a living room or parlor with many of the different types of display items as well as furniture. As you take a look at some of the items, if you see one of particular interest, leave a comment and talk about that item. Maybe it has a special memory for you. We'll also take a look at what a kitchen and dining room look like as well. Also on exhibit is a one-room schoolhouse. This schoolhouse is also available to be booked for field trips where students can come and visit and experience what a school day would have been like in one room. Visiting children often wear pinafores and suspenders and clothing that children would have worn during the time of the one-room schoolhouses here in Kansas. Our final stop shows what a general store would have looked like here in this part of Kansas in the late 1800s and early 1900s. These general stores were generally the Walmart of its day, a little bit more than a convenience store and a hub where customers from not only in the city but in rural areas could come to get such things as shoes, food, dry goods of various types, tools, and much more. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Wonder Museum tour here at the Old Depot Museum in Ottawa, Kansas. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Take care now. Bye-bye.